March 27, 1975. She said, boy, you are going to travel the world and speak to millions of people. Now, mind you, I was flunked out of college. I'm thinking about joining the Army. I didn't know what I was going to do, and she's telling me I'm going to travel the world and speak to millions of people. Well, I have traveled the world, and I have spoke to millions of people. But that's not the most important thing, the success that I had. The most important thing is that what she taught me and what she told me that day has stayed with me since. I've been protected. I've been directed. I've been corrected. Fail big. That's right. Fail big. You only live once. So do what you feel passionate about. Take chances professionally. Don't be afraid to fail. There's an old IQ test, was 9 dots, and you had to draw 5 lines with a pencil within these 9 dots without lifting the pencil. The only way to do it was to go outside the box. So don't be afraid to go outside the box. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Don't be afraid to fail big, to dream big. But remember, dreams without goals.
Damn it. Oh, this is where it gets in. Hang on. I know. Just read it. It's going to start up again. Monthly goals, daily goals. I try to give myself a goal every day. I understand that to achieve these goals, we must apply discipline and consistency. You have to work at every day. You have to have a plan.
Every day. You've heard the saying, we don't plan to fail, we fail to plan. Hard work works. Working really hard is what successful people do. And in this text, tweet, twerk world that you've grown up in, remember, just because you're doing a lot more doesn't mean you're getting a lot more done. Remember that. Just because you're doing a lot more doesn't mean you're getting a lot more done. Don't confuse movement with progress. My mother told me, she said, yeah, because you can run in place all the time and never get anywhere. So continue to strive, continue to have goals, continue to progress. And anything you want good, you can have. So claim it. Work hard to get it. When you get it, reach back. Pull someone else up. Each one, teach one. Don't just aspire to make a living. Aspire to make a difference.
All right, guys, good morning. Welcome to Diamond Zone. Pretty inspiring stuff by Mr. Denzel Washington. And I love that. Don't confuse hard work or movement with progress. I mean, there's so many things, guys, but you know what we want to talk about today, we want to see what drives everybody. We talk about the why. Before we get into it, guys, an open mic Friday. Oops. Okay. Wow. Skip ad. Oh, boy. Hang on. I am so messed up this morning. There we are. Can you see me? Can you see me? All right. Hi. All right. So just a couple of things for this weekend, so everybody knows. Obviously, you know that our weekly calls are Sunday through Thursday. So the next call, 2 calls on Sunday, 11 a.m. Pacific time, European launch, 11 a.m. Pacific time, European launch, And also, obviously, our Sunday night call is at 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. Sunday night call. So when we put the Sunday night call up, and of course the European call, okay, I ask everybody to do the same thing. Share it with as many people as you can. Okay, we want to get the information out. We want to start the new week off with a bang, because a lot of you are running the second week pay cycle is ending on Tuesday, so Sunday should be a very, very big call. Use this weekend, guys. Get as many people as you can the information, and get as many people on that call Sunday night. So that's what's happening this weekend. Make this weekend productive, of course. So what I want to talk about today, and maybe to start everybody out, is your why. And as you all know, guys, your why should want to make you cry, because this is what drives you. You know, if you hear, when you go to Vegas, all of you, when you all go to Vegas, you're going to hear speaker after speaker. I promise you, every speaker will touch on their why. It's the only thing that keeps you in the game. Because as you persevere through all the landmines, as you persevere through all the challenges, you got to reach back into something that keeps you going. What is it? What is it? What is it that makes you keep going? And not just keep going, doing and keep going. See, people always say to me, Jeff, I'm never going to quit. And if you look at a lot of slogans that are on Facebook, just don't quit. No, I'm going to correct that. Baloney. You got to do it and don't quit. A lot of people leave the do it out. Oh, don't worry, Jeff. I'll be on Diamond Zone every morning. I'll be on every webinar. I'll be in Vegas. Okay, that's great. Those are great first steps. But what are you doing when we hang up the phone? What are you doing when you leave Vegas? Okay, and that's the only person you can answer to is you. And what has to drive you is your why. Now, I'll just give you an example of this. Where's Janice? Okay, there she is. Hi, Janice.
Hi, Jeff.
Okay, so I was on the phone. I don't think I already asked her about this. And I said, Janice, how you doing today? And she goes, oh, I'm doing great. I'm having breakfast. I said, what are you having for breakfast, Janice? And she told me. And I want to lead her with this now, because she doesn't even know I'm going to go there. Okay, but here's the thing. And Janice said, well, Jeff, you know, and she told me what she was eating. I thought to myself, well, that's a boring breakfast. And she goes, I got to lose this weight. I got to lose this weight. Anybody can relate to anybody wanting to lose weight? Anybody on this call? Okay. So, Janice, here's my question. Why? Why do you want to lose weight?
Because I feel that I've gotten to a point where I have thought about losing weight and I've wanted to lose weight, and now I said I have to do something about it. So I have to put it into action. I cannot just want to do it without putting the work into it.
Okay, but why, Janice?
Because I want to feel better about myself.
But why, Janice?
Because I want to look better. Because I want to be healthy. Because I want to feel good. Am I answering your question, or am I still?
I'm just doing this for a reason.
Okay.
Keep going.
Because I want more for myself.
Why do you want more for yourself?
Because I'm tired of looking in the mirror and not being happy with what I look at.
And why would weight gain be something to do with your happiness?
Because when I look in the mirror and I see my body, I also see being unhealthy. And so that's why I want to be happy, because I don't want to be unhealthy. I already went through a health scare with cancer, and if I fall back in my old ways, I might end up back at square one. So I need to be very proactive in how I choose to live my life.
Okay, guys, can I ask you all a question? How many layers of why did she just go through? It wasn't a surface layer, was it? A lot of you have a surface layer why. You got to dig deep. You got to ask yourself, your why should be 7 layers deep. It's not just once, because if it's just, well, because I just want to eat well. Okay, is that enough to keep her going when the other voice says, have a hamburger? Let's order a pizza? But if she starts to really look at all the layers of why she wants to lose weight, when the challenges come, she just got to go back to the reason why she wants to lose weight. And that needs to be the motivation to keep going. Anything in life, you will be challenged. And you got to reach down to the why. And Janice, that was perfect. That was not planned. And she gave me, I counted 8 levels of why. And you need to write that down, Janice. You need to write those down. And it's the same thing with this business. It's the same exact thing with this business, guys. You got to have your driving reason on why you want to do this business. Okay, and let me start off with this. Okay, just to help you as we get people to start thinking about this. Okay, because I want you guys to unmute yourself. Okay, and tell us, you know, who you are, your background. But I want to hear today why. Why? Work without vision is drudgery. Vision without work is dreaming. Vision coupled with work is destiny. What's your vision? Isn't your vision why? Isn't your vision what you want to accomplish? You got to define what you want. You got to define it. It's got to be layers. What do you want from life? What do you want from in your relationships? Where would your dream place to be to live? Your business, health, fitness, spiritual, educational goals, whatever matters to you. Redefine your goals by breaking it down into bite-sized pieces of action. All this becomes your why. But see, most people don't go and think about this. When's the last time Janice was asked why 7 times? But see, I know she's going to accomplish her goals. Do you see how she rattled it off? But someone had to get her to think why. And I'm going to say the same thing to all of you. Why are you doing this? What is it that's going to make you keep going? What is it's going to make you that I'm still looking at you 18 months from now when we keep doing Diamond Zones? You know how many people aren't on this? You know how many people aren't on Diamond Zone? You know how many people aren't in our organization? And we've been over here now, it'll be a year that started with us. Now, what do you think? Why do you think that is? They didn't have a why. They didn't have a why. They weren't able to persevere through the first hurdle. Even though when I sponsored them, I said, listen, be very clear here. This is not the time or place for most people. I said this to everybody I sponsored. Everything is not perfect. In fact, and I went through the list. I said, but if we persevere through this, after 12 months, what did Jeremy say? We've come through the tunnel. Right? We come through, we see light now. But how many people couldn't even get through the tunnel? Well, what do you think? Why do you think that reason is? No why. Their why wasn't big enough. I get these calls all the time. What happened to so-and-so? You know what my answer is? No desire. It's always my answer. And I just look at them. And they look, well, what do you mean? No desire. If the desire is there, the how-to will come. Well, the desire is created by the why. So you need to tell us. I want to hear. right? Let's hear from some people today, right? That could really define their why. And let's role play this. Let's get some people to think on why they're really doing this. Well, I just want to hang out, love the personal development. That's all good, but it's got to be deeper than that. So with that, I gotta make sure you guys could unmute yourselves. Hang on. Okay. Welcome to Open Mic Friday. Who wants to go first? Any volunteers?
I'll go first.
Oh.
Okay. Love it. Go ahead, girl.
Okay, this is Treva, and I'm out in East Texas. And my why is because I don't get to see my husband very much. He is a truck driver, and I want to spend more time with him. We have a dream of, moving either to the lake or to the coast, and that takes a lot of money to do that. Property is expensive, and we have, 5 kids together, and that costs a lot of money too. So, and we both want to be healthy. We were just thinking that, if we were able to spend more time together, we could exercise together. I mean, there's just a lot of things to do that we could do together if we had the extra income coming in. And so, we could just make our standard of living a lot better. So, I mean, that's the reason why I'm here and where I want to go and what I want to do.
Great, Treva. Let me ask you, what do you do right now for work, or do you work?
I work out of my house, but I have Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, I have clients that I have to go see. And, but I'm a social media specialist and photographer.
Are you there, Treva?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry about the noise. A social media specialist and photographer.
Okay, got you. And how long have you been involved with us?
About, I guess, 2 weeks.
2 weeks. And who's your sponsor?
Peggy.
And how did you hear about us?
Peggy.
I know, but how? Did she call you?
Through a two-minute commercial. She sent me a text message.
So there was no conversation before that? You just received a text message and you knew Peggy?
Yes, that's all.
Okay, and then did you get on a webinar? Tell us how did it work? What was the process you took to make sure you made your decision?
I just trusted Peggy, and I knew that whatever she did, I wanted to be involved in it. And then I got on a webinar, but I joined right up when she said, okay, do you want to do this?
Gotcha. Perfect. Good. Uh-huh. So you were open. You were ready to receive something in your life.
Yes.
And because of your trust with Peggy, you made a decision, and now here we go.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Now, have you done network marketing before?
Yes.
Okay. And how did you do in your last multi-level marketing company?
I promoted very quickly.
Okay. Good. Good. So have you done your launch call yet? Did Peggy sit down with you and make sure you got everything you need?
Yes, I mean, I've got my welcome letter, and I know all the training calls to be on, but I think we're all just really new.
Okay, perfect. Well, whatever you need, obviously, you know who to go to. Who's above Peggy?
Belinda Acock is our team leader, I believe.
Okay, and if you keep going upline, do you know who's up there?
No.
Okay, find that out. Find that out. But obviously, we're all here for each other, so welcome. And I loved your why because it went 4 layers deep. But you gotta write that down, and you gotta always go back to that, because I will tell you, you will be challenged here, as you know.
Yes.
Okay, appreciate you going first. Thank you very much, and welcome to the team.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, that was good. Good way to kick it off. Who else? Who wants to go next?
I'll go, Jeff.
Who's that, Heather?
Heather.
All right, perfect. I like this. People are just jumping in. Go, Heather.
I'm jumping in. So I'm a PA, a physician assistant for 13 years. I'm from Denver, and Sonia Schoenberg is my sponsor. And I heard about it through her. I started in June because she had posted something about the glucose. So being in medicine, it was easy for me to say, wait a sec, what are you talking about? So I knew her from another company that we were in together, and we are still in actually together, but wasn't going as well for me. And part of my issue with that is I was working on a lot of product users first instead of looking through business builders. So my approach this time has been much better, and I feel like I'm doing a lot more action and getting more success with looking for leaders that are going to be helping me in this journey. And my leadership has been amazing too, which has really helped me propel. But my why, I was thinking a lot more about it the way you described it, Jeff, and my why is I want to drop some of my jobs. So I actually have like 5 W-2s right now, and I really actually have 2 PA jobs, and I'm working a lot, and I want to be home with my kids a little bit more. I also had about 6 years ago, which I haven't shared this with many people, and I'm not trying to be dramatic, but my husband about 6 years ago had a lot of trouble, kind of like a midlife crisis. And so financially, he suddenly was not able to contribute, and it was really, really stressful. And I think I realized about a month and a half ago or 2 months ago, I realized that part of my why is that it really freaked me out. For about 2 to 3 years, I was alone, kind of doing everything for the family. And looking back, I didn't even realize it. One of my social work friends helped me figure this out a few months ago. And she's like, don't you think that's part of why you're so driven right now to have success in this new company? And I said, oh, aha. So it was really, really, really financially stressful. And now we're back on our feet. But
Heather, you there? I lost you.
Oh,
there you go. There you go.
Okay. Anyway, the fear of having that happen ever again, even though it's unlikely, is what's driving me now. So I want to have something a little more stable financially for my family.
Okay, so you're married?
Yes.
Your husband's working now?
Yes.
Okay, is he supportive of what you're doing?
Yes.
Okay, so have you figured out the number you have to make here to eliminate whatever jobs you want to eliminate?
Yes, my first goal, I'm going to get to team developer by Tuesday, and my first goal right now is $500 a week.
Okay, what would that do for you as far as your other jobs?
I can drop one of my jobs.
Okay, so then you're just gonna start peeling off the jobs you have, and your ultimate goal would be to be full time here.
My ultimate goal would, as a PA, I probably would work like 1 or 2 days a week, and then be full time here.
Okay, so what do you need to make for that to happen? For you just to be a PA twice a week?
For like annual?
Monthly.
About $4,000 or $5,000.
Okay. What I would tell you to do is be specific. Figure that number out. Figure whatever that number is. Figure that number out, because with what's going to happen, okay, next year with your business, if you focus in and you stay focused in on that why, which I really heard a lot of things because you've been through so much and you don't want to go back. That's the driving why. You don't want to go back to what you just came from. Right? Okay. So you got to be specific on how much you need to earn per month, and all we got to do is reverse engineer it. But just judging it, I know without a doubt, if we hit diamond consistently, that's $2,000 a week.
Yes.
Plus your car bonus, that's $9,000 a month with the diamond plan. But your goal of hitting team developer by Tuesday, Perfect. Now, how long have you been involved with us?
Since June.
Okay. So you've been involved since June, but something tells me you just restarted recently. Or have you been working hard since June?
I feel like I've been working pretty hard, actually.
Okay, good. June,
Yeah.
July, August, September, October. Okay. And you're in Denver?
Yes.
What part?
Like Southeast Denver.
Okay, I lived in Littleton. Is that where you are?
No, Southeast is like North Parker Centennial.
Oh, Parker. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Well, I love your goal of being a team developer by Tuesday, and then obviously your first goal of 500 a week. Okay.
Yes.
But obviously the whole idea of this exercise was for you to really focus in, maybe a couple more layers of depth in your why. Okay. And obviously working with, is it Sonia? Sonia, right?
Yes. Sonia.
So perfect. She's great. She's awesome. You know that you're part of a great team. So are you going to Vegas?
I'm not going to Vegas because we have a trip planned for fall break with our kids.
Okay. All right. So obviously coming back, okay, we'll reconvene with Sonia with a business plan moving forward to get you to that 2,000 a week. That's not the ultimate goal.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for doing that, Heather. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. The whys are flowing. Who else wants to go? I like the new people too. Awesome. Charles, are you unmuting yourself?
Charles, yes.
All right, go ahead, brother.
Well, my main motivation for getting involved, I'm tired of saying the same 4 words to my wife and kids.
Hang on, Charles, 1 second. Tell us your name, your background, how you heard about us, and then go into it.
Okay. Charles Jewell. I came into this business through Rick Rock. It was completely by surprise, actually. He just sent me a text one day with the video and asked me to take a look at it. I took a look at it. I fell in love with it right away. I saw it right away. I knew there was something there. And coming from the background of healthcare, I've been married for about 15 years. I got 2 kids, 12 and 10. And I guess that'll lead into what I was saying before is I'm tired of saying the same 4 words to my wife and kids all the time, and that's we can't afford it. It drives me nuts because I want to be able to provide for my family, and doing what I'm doing right now, it doesn't seem like I'm any closer to getting there to where I want to be.
What part of healthcare are you in, Charles?
I'm a support worker for people with intellectual disabilities.
Gotcha. So when you say your why is because you want to stop saying we can't afford it, yeah. Why is that important to you?
Because I want to feel like I'm a good provider for my family, and I want to feel like I can give them every opportunity that's out there for them.
And why do you think that providing for them is going to make a difference?
Well, I think it's going to, it'll make a huge difference in their lives from the respect that I can open up new opportunities for them. I think that it'll reduce the stress in the family too, knowing that mommy and daddy can relax. The finances are there. We can do more things as a family. Our time is freed up. The whole burden will be just lifted right off the family, and that's what I'm looking to do.
Okay, and this has nothing to do with your why, because whatever you believe your why is, it is. But I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to challenge you one step further, not today, but to actually think about this.
Okay.
Once you get past and you've achieved all your I wants, because what you're talking about is the stuff that comes with money. I challenge you to think, once all your I wants are taken care of, now what's your why? Because normally, okay, no, you don't have to answer that now, because I want to give other people a chance, because I loved your story. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying that what you just told me is not important. It's going to drive you, but that's going to only last so long, because you're going to achieve that goal. That's a done deal.
Yeah.
If you do the necessary things, and that's really driving you, right? That we can't afford it.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to afford a lot of things. Now you got to dig deeper, because Lisa and I got rid of all of our I wants very quickly, and I'm talking about in multi-level. Then we had to really look at another layer of why are we going to continue? And so that's a whole nother thought process, just to get people to think. That's all. That's all that is. It's not to do it today. So, Charles, I appreciate you, but let me ask you a question. The relationship with Rick Rock, what was it? Friend?
With Rick Rock on and off for the last 20 years with different opportunities.
Okay, so you knew him in different opportunities, and he sent you a 2-minute video blindly, or did he call you first?
No, he sent it to me. Yeah, he sent it to me. It was actually over Facebook. He sent it to me in a message, and he asked me to take a look at the message, and I took a look at it. And said, "I love this. I think it's great."
Okay, so from the time you got the 2-minute video to the time you placed your order, what was that time frame?
From the time I watched it for the place the order, I would say within a week I placed my order.
Gotcha. Perfect. All right, brother. And how long you been involved?
Since about May. I'll admit, I've not been doing the activities that's going to get me what I want. I can fully admit that right now.
Okay, so then if that's the case, you got to check your why, because if that why was in place back in May, it wasn't enough to make you go to work. So whatever that has to change is what I'm telling you, because your time in World Global Network starts when your why drives you to start doing something consistently. That's when your journey starts. It didn't start when you started. So with that being said, Charles, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. But make sure that why drives you to do something on a daily basis, because that's the only, consistently, it's the only way it's going to work. I think we lost him. Oh, no, there you are. Okay. Charles, thank you. Go ahead. Put yourself on mute. All right. Thank you. All right. Who's next? I saw someone trying to get on.
Jeff?
They're fighting today. Yes. Go ahead, Jonathan.
Hi, Jeff. My name's Jonathan Hoke, and I've been in since May. Tammy Torres is our sponsor. It's my wife and I. Her name's Amber Hamilton. She's the main person on the account. And Tammy's a little bit under Tanya Hagry. So
Good.
We're on Seville's team. And my big why is my daughter, she came to me one day. I was talking to her about this business and like, listen, if we can get this going, we can make a lot of money. And she looks at me, she's 19, just graduated from high school. And she's like, Dad, money's not everything. And it took me back to what my ex-wife, her mom, used to say all the time. Oh, money's not everything. Money's, but certainly like struggling paycheck to paycheck and week to week and on all the bills isn't everything either. So to me right now, money kind of is everything, because that's what I need to get to where I can retire my wife, where I can have a better house. Our house doesn't really have enough room for our kids. I want a nicer car. We have one nice car, but I want a nice car, And that's like my big why for now. And another thing, I'm a disabled vet, so I get some disability and I sell on eBay. And my wife and I, we podcast about eBay. And I was on the phone one day, I had my Hilo on with eBay, and I got into a little argument with eBay. They kind of said something that made me angry, and it's my PTSD, right? Well, when I got off the phone, I got an alert. My heart rate was like 176. And right then, I just looked at my helo, and I'm like, this is crazy. Like, this really gave me awareness of what the PTSD does to me when I get angry. Okay, so it gave me something that I can control. And so it took me about an hour to get my heart rate back down to normal levels. And right then, I just know that I have so many other brothers that are in the military that I want to be able to help. I want to put a helo on as many veterans' arms as I can. And that's my big, big why for long term. I'm starting a foundation, Helos for Vets. I want to have an app developed to see the PTSD in progress, the panic attacks and stuff. I want to be able to alert veterans when that's happening and have different things like the suicide hotline on there and different things that can bring up exercises to help them bring it back down. So.
Love, Jonathan, love it. First of all, from my heart, thank you for your service. And I know a lot of people agree with what I'm saying to you. Without you guys, no one could have a why without what you guys have done and given us the freedom and the opportunity to have opportunities like this. So I appreciate you. And I thank you. But let me ask you a question. You know, it's kind of funny when you said that. You know the people who say money's not everything? They're the ones that have it. They're the ones that say money's not everything. Okay, but here's the thing I like about your why. It's layered. It's layered. Yeah. I'm going to challenge you to be specific about the house you want. There's something to be said about a dream board, Jonathan. Go look at the house you want specifically. The specific car you want. Not just a nicer car. Be specific. Because if you go out there and you make this your vision, what you said about the veterans, and that's really a niche you're going to carve out, along with everything else, you don't ever make your business one thing, okay? But those are the things you could accomplish all your goals with. But it's got to drive you to do something every day. And you're going to have to run a lot of numbers. Don't you run numbers with eBay?
Yes.
Okay, it's the same thing here, brother. It's the same thing here. And you got to organize yourself. You got to sit down. We got to do some goal setting. But the first thing is what's going to drive you when those eyes open every morning. And when you think about those things you just shared with everybody on this call, and it's specific enough, it should drive you to do the work. And that's what you got to do. So how long have you been involved?
Since May.
Since May. Have you been working the business really since May?
My wife and I started a Helo podcast in May. We weren't coachable for about 2 months. And then I hit my list and I got 6 people signed up pretty fast. And I couldn't get any of them to work. I didn't know how to get them off to the right start. Now I've learned that since then by watching you and being on these calls.
Okay, so learning curve. You went through a little learning curve, right?
Right, and I'm still in it. Like I feel like I'm still developing professionally for this.
Yeah.
One of the things is that we have one of our podcasts, we have 13,000 listeners a month. So we have a huge audience, but we don't know how to reach out to them. I know that like what I keep thinking is just attraction marketing, is going to be the best way. So I'm trying to get to all the events and everything.
Are you coming to Vegas?
Yes.
Okay, good. So obviously you're going to get so many different ideas. Obviously you have 13,000 people listening. Okay. There's different things we could all talk about on how to get that going. But obviously if the desire's there, the how-to will come. Right. As you know, and you've heard this 1,000 times. Okay, but you have a lot of things, but you got to ask yourself every single day, okay, what you're doing to better your business, to get this information out. Whatever you need to do. Join veterans groups. Get out there. Okay, share with people your vision. Just keep sharing vision, fail. Sharing vision and fail. Sharing vision and failing. There's your key. But when you fail, you got to go back to the why. And that's why it's got to be big. Appreciate you, brother. And once again, I thank you for your service. Who else, guys?
Hi, Dave. This is Michelle from Wisconsin.
We're going to go girl first, David. All right? You're next, brother. Hey, Michelle.
Hi. I'm Michelle Zittelman. I got into it by a video from Ronald, who is from Ken Klum. We got in July, right before the Vegas convention. But we really didn't get started until about mid-August. And we've been working hard. I've been doing some Facebook Lives using your techniques, and that was scary, but now I kind of like doing it. We have Brian's daughter who got in. She bought one of our extra packets through us and signed up, and I have my sister-in-law who's signing up, who's going to buy one of the Hilo packets from us. So we've got two that will be under us, but bought the packets through us.
Okay, why are you doing this, Michelle? I'm leading you. Why are you doing this?
I want to show my children that you can accomplish something if you strive for it, because I've always been told that I wasn't good enough, or, you know, don't do that. That's stupid. That's just whatever. I wanted to show, especially to myself, that I can do something if I put my mind to it, because I know I'm good enough, but I've always sabotaged myself throughout my life. And I didn't even have to get through this 2-minute video. And I knew that God sent this company to me, because I'm somebody who always wants to help others. And I've always wanted to start up my own nonprofit organizations to help the homeless, to help families who are in need of shelter and stuff, and things like that. And with this opportunity, with this company, I can see those dreams of mine coming true. And I can travel with my husband and have that lifestyle with me, because money is not that much very important to me as far as my personal beliefs. I live very simply. We don't have a lot of toys and stuff like that. I believe in helping out. If I have an extra $10 and I'm not using it and somebody needs it, I give it to them.
I'm going to send you my address.
Huh?
I'm going to send you my address.
Yeah. No, it's just that way. And everybody goes, well, you're stupid. You're never going to get that back. I says, I don't care. They needed it more than I did, you know. So something told me to get into this company, and I'm so grateful for it, because the vision is just amazing. And I wanted my children to see that if you believe in something wholeheartedly, you just need to work at it, and don't let anybody's bad thoughts, or, you know, put you down or anything. You just let them go and just keep going.
Are you going to Vegas?
Stick to your guns. What?
Are you going to Vegas?
Yes, and that was a good thing, because I wanted to get the VIP tickets, but they were all sold out. When these new ones came, I told my husband, I don't care what we have to do. We need these tickets. We got them. I said, some things will just have to wait. I don't care. I need these tickets.
Great.
So we got the VIP tickets.
Awesome. Well, that's going to be a very big first step for you to accomplish what you just told everybody you want to accomplish. So I appreciate you, Michelle. I can't wait. Pull me aside when you're in Vegas. I want to meet you.
Oh, you did? You met us in Minneapolis?
Yeah, no. I mean, okay, you're right. I'm sorry. Say hi again. Sorry.
Yes, I will pull you aside.
Sorry. Thanks, Michelle. All right, David, you're up, brother.
Hey, Jeff. Morning, everybody. David from Canada, but like I said, I'm on vacation here, coming to you from Panama City, visiting a few friends. Been with World about 2 months. Stephanie from Perth is my sponsor.
Who's your
And
sponsor?
I'm under Stephanie from Perth, and we are under Patty and Terry.
Perfect.
And Dan and yourself and such. And appreciate all the support. We love the notoriety that these Diamond Zones are getting. And it's always great seeing more people jump on. Grew up in Saskatchewan, lived all across different parts of Canada. My why is last 6 years of my life, I've gone through a lot of changes. I've lost my mom to Alzheimer's, or type 3 diabetes as they're calling it now, to change the direction of it. Lost my dad to just old age, and he was brokenhearted with losing the love of his life the year before. Not long after my dad passed, I was in a head-on collision with a drunk driver, and I believe my kept me alive and kept the passengers on my bus that I was driving at the time alive. So I've got a lot to be thankful for, and I don't want to miss an opportunity. So the last few years, I've done a lot of rebuilding, retraining, changing my mindset, trying to improve myself, get back to who I was in a way, but also become a better version of myself. The last few months, I've been listening to a lot of Eric Worre, John C. Maxwell, Rich Dad Poor Dad, like you name it, trying to just piece things together to give me purpose and show me again like a direction to take. And what really got me into World was met Stephanie, and she didn't even try and sell me on the Hilo. She just had it on her wrist, and I just asked her what it was. And she sent me the video, and before she even had a chance to sell me on it, I said, this is amazing technology, and I'm in. And I just took that as an opportunity. I tried another network marketing company last year, and they really wanted to push the home services they were dealing. And I really needed to be more of a salesy type person. And I'm not a high pressure type person. So if you don't want to buy it, I'm not going to kidnap your cat until you buy from me. So you don't want to buy it? No problem. So their system didn't work for me. So I just moved on with my life, and we parted ways. And the system that World has, the training they have, and I got right into the whole vision of the product, the company, Fabio, everything. I've sent you a message saying I'm all in. I'm waiting for that opportunity just to drop my safety net and give it my all. I've run a business before. I started a limousine service from scratch 10, 15 years ago. So I have the hustle and the drive when it comes down to it. And
David, what do you do now for money?
Right now, for money, my job is I drive truck. I live in Fort McMurray, Alberta, and that's our oil patch area in Canada. And I drive a truck, and I make deliveries to the different sites. So I make good money. I have a good living, but again, it's just a job. It pays us enough to get by and not get ahead.
And you have a family?
No, me, myself, and I. That's it.
Okay, let me ask you this, and I'm not being mean here. I haven't heard a why yet.
My why is.
I know a lot of people. I know you lost some people. I got all that. I'm trying to hear why are you doing this? Not because you like the Hilo.
No, I'm doing this because I want something more for myself. I know I can do more for myself. I know I can prove it to myself and also my passed on parents. But
why do you want more for yourself, David?
I've always thought that there was a better way, another way to make, when I ran my company 10, 15 years ago, I enjoyed the freedom of being my own boss. If I didn't work at it, I didn't make money. I enjoyed having only myself to rely on. And I think that's, as I've been trying to get myself back to where I was, that's the one thing that I feel I need to do again is have that challenge again and challenging myself to do that. So my why is just to show myself and my family and just because I can and I know I can, and so I'm just taking advantage of the opportunity and running with it.
Okay, I'm telling you what you gotta start to do. You gotta start to think, and maybe we have to have another call, me and you. You gotta get specific. Yeah. You gotta get more specific on why you're doing this. I get it. I want to prove it to myself. Okay, so when you hear 50 no's, okay, is that going to drive you to keep going? I mean,
well, yeah, I've been sharing the video the last few months. I've got like 4 or 5 team members on board that are I'm trying to get their fire burning. Like I said, I'm down in Panama. I'm trying to spread the word down here. I'm talking to some connections I have. I don't take no for an answer. If they're too busy or they don't have time, then I follow up with them shortly after. I do what I can to make sure that they see the vision that the company has.
That's not where I'm going with this. And this is, we might have to have another call, me and you. Okay, but we have to get more specific in your why. Okay, define what you want from life, in your relationships, where your dream place to be to live, business, spiritual, educational, what matters to you. We're not going to do it now, but I want you to think about it and let's have a conversation.
What matters to me is like my health. I've lost about 45, 50 pounds in the last 6 months. I changed my diet, changed my lifestyle, and watching mom succumb to Alzheimer's, that showed me, and I know from watching other friends and family members pass, that once we lose our health, like, we're done.
Well, there we go.
Seeing this technology is going, how it can help anybody, whether it's high blood pressure, heart rate, the glucose coming up, the oxygen level, whatever is to come in the future that they have for apps, that if there's somebody I know or someone I know who knows somebody that could use this, then I want to be that vessel to show them the video and give them the opportunity to improve their loved one's life.
Okay, I got you. Now we're getting somewhere. That's good. So let's have another conversation, but I appreciate you getting on and wanting to at least share that, because I know we talked and we got to get your business to where it needs to be right away. Yep. Are you coming to Vegas, brother?
Yeah, I am. I'll be there, VIP.
All right, I'll see you there.
All right, talk to you later.
Thank you. All right, one more call, guys. We're going to close this up. Last call tonight. Who is it?
Yeah, DeLon.
Okay, DeLon.
How you doing?
I'm good.
First of all, DeLon Henniger out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. I was introduced to World by Rabu Gary. Gave me a phone call, told me what was going on, made sense to me. So I jumped in, and my why, I'm sick of playing small, right now. The ultimate goal over the next 3 years is to personally create 13 millionaires myself using this vehicle, build my dream home here on the river. And my mission statement in life is to empower myself and others to become more than we think we can be, to help others and myself enjoy the great gifts of God daily.
All right, DeLon.
Yes.
I love it. Those words sound good. And I'm not being mean here. Those are great words. Those are great things to say. But let me ask you this. How long have you been involved with World?
10 months.
Okay, 10 months. And you're coming to Vegas. I know that, right?
Got 27 people coming.
Okay, that's good. 27 people. Now, what I want to do, and I like that what you're talking about now is a 5-year why, right? All that stuff. 13 years, all to have the dream home. Okay. But specifically now, short-term goals, whys.
Oh, okay. You want the short-term goal. All right, well, the short-term goal, I've got a ski trip, very expensive one coming up, in January, and it's almost paid for right now. And I've done that through work, taking a certain percentage of my income each week and putting it aside, to pay for that ski trip that I'm taking in January. That's one of the immediate goals. Also, Another one of the immediate goals is to get my emergency fund back up to $50,000, and I'm about $30,000 short on pulling that one off right now. Those are the immediate short-term goals.
Okay. All right, there you go. Now, like I said, guys, it doesn't have to just be money. It's whatever it is for you. But I love Delon's goal. That 5-year goal, absolutely. That's my long term. But today, okay, today's why is what's going to keep you in the game long enough to achieve the 5-year goal, right? And those are two very specific things, Delon. Perfect, brother.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you. See you guys in a week. So let me see everybody's face before we time off. Was everybody good on camera today, everybody? Was the police force out there? Anybody get weird? So let me see. No one's going to the bathroom, right? No one's in the shower. Good. Okay. Making sure. Hey, guys, have a great weekend. Okay, remember, Sunday, European, 11, 6 o'clock. Please, I'm challenging you, get the shares to as many people as you can when those come out. Love you guys.
Message you later, Jeff.
See ya, brother. Okay, David, thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you.